Do guinea pigs have nightmares? And do guinea pigs dream? Hey, it's Scotty. I was recently swapping stories with one of my rescue colleagues, and they told me an interesting story about someone who thought their guinea pig was having a nightmare. But before I get into that, let's talk about guinea pigs and dreaming. Now, we recently made a video about are guinea pigs nocturnal or do guinea pigs hibernate? So it seems that there is a fascination with guinea pigs and their sleep cycles in the guinea pig community. So let's talk about that. I am almost certain that guinea pigs dream. You know, if you've ever had a dog or a cat, you see them sleeping and you see their ear twitching and maybe they're pawing like they're running in their dream. And I've seen that behavior with lots of my guinea pigs over the years. And so I'm pretty confident that guinea pigs dream. Now, I don't have any scientific evidence. If you have, or if you are curious and do some kind of a Google search and you find a story or some kind of study or information about guinea pigs or small mammals or pets in general and dreaming, go ahead and put it down in the comments. I think that will be a really fun read, a fun thing for us to learn about. But I'm pretty confident that guinea pigs dream. But do guinea pigs have nightmares? It probably stands to reason that if guinea pigs are dreaming, some of those dreams might be good and some of those dreams might be bad. Like if you have a piggy that has a cage mate that annoys them, maybe they're dreaming that their guinea pig is humping them or chasing them and they don't like it. Or maybe that a guinea pig's dreaming that their cage mate stole their lettuce. I could think of a number of ridiculous guinea pig scenarios like that. But the reason why I wanted to have this conversation was actually because it was something that was sort of disturbing, a little bit upsetting, and I just wanted to kind of go over this. Often we talk here on the channel about people over personifying their guinea pigs or putting their emotions or their thoughts and behaviors onto their guinea pigs in many different ways. People will say when their guinea pig, for instance, isn't coming out of their house, people will say, oh, I think my guinea pig's depressed because they're not coming out of their house. No, they're probably sick. They're probably not feeling well. And that's what happens when guinea pigs don't feel well. They tend to hide in their house. They tend to not come out for treats. And assuming or assigning depression to your guinea pigs, that it does a disservice to them, and frankly, it's going to prolong your ability to treat that illness, which is most likely what's happening. Now, that's not to say, and I say it a lot, guinea pigs have vast emotional and intellectual inner lives. You know, our guinea pigs, they are constantly scheming and constantly coming up with things in their brains are always working overtime. I'm looking at you, Gus. But I think a mistake that people make is they look at a certain behavior and they assign some kind of emotional thing that they would feel rather than looking at the issue at hand. Guinea pigs that are alone, guinea pigs that don't have any other guinea pigs in the room with them, people think often that, oh, they're lonely and they're depressed. Well, guinea pigs are herd animals and they derive a sense of security from being in a group. So if there's a loud noise, then they might get scared and then they look to their cage mates or roommates and they see that they're not upset, and so it keeps them calm. Likewise, if their other piggies are eating hay, they might get that fear of missing out, that FOMO, and they say, I better eat the hay, I better eat my pellets. And oftentimes you'll see one piggy drinking from the water bottle and then another pig will get up and drink from the water bottle as well. Maybe they were thirsty, maybe they weren't, but oftentimes you'll see that behavior as more of a group behavior. So what I wanted to talk about with this nightmare situation as it relates to us assigning our emotions onto them or looking at their behaviors from an emotional standpoint rather than from a physiological standpoint because as far as I know, aside from me, and maybe somebody in your house, there aren't too many guinea pig psychologists or guinea pig therapists. Maybe that's a good idea for a t-shirt. Let me know in the comments. But let's talk about this. Do guinea pigs have nightmares? Now, the reason why this was disturbing, and we're finally getting to the whole meat and potatoes, the whole reason for this video, was that one of my rescue colleagues was telling me that they got a message that someone was telling them that their guinea pig, they thought their guinea pig was having nightmares because in the middle of the night they were whimpering. Now, there are a number of reasons why guinea pigs might make whining, whimpering noises, and I'm not saying that guinea pigs don't have nightmares or wouldn't have a nightmare, but if your guinea pig is whimpering at any time of the day, chances are they're in pain. Chances are they're not feeling well. And it's kind of astounding to me. It's also amazing on many levels, but it's astounding and somewhat disappointing and frightening that someone would immediately think if their guinea pigs were making distress noises because it happened in the middle of the night, that they were having a bad dream, rather than the fact that they were physically uncomfortable. That upsets me, and I think part of it is if your guinea pig's having a nightmare, there's not much you can do about it other than wake them up. Now, if your guinea pig was whimpering in the middle of the night or making any distressed or painful sounds, that's a cause for alert and alarm, and you want to watch them closely over the next few minutes and hours to determine if there is something wrong. Now, usually when guinea pigs whimper like that, it's an acute pain. Now, guinea pigs are so tough. They are pretty awesome, tough. I wanted to say they're badass. I don't know if I can. They're badass, let's face it. Guinea pigs are badass. They're so tough, and they go through a lot, especially in rescue. I've seen guinea pigs that have had horrible broken legs, and it was like they didn't even know it. Now, I'm sure that at the moment that it happened, they were hurt, but I've seen guinea pigs that were in a day or two from a process of healing, or a day or two after surgery, and they are so tough and resilient. But when a guinea pig is whimpering, that might be a sign of a stone. That might be a sign of a urinary tract infection. There's a number of things that it could be that shouldn't go ignored. And just assigning some emotional response to that sound, those painful sounds, in my diagnosis, my opinion, that's doing a huge disservice. And like I said, aside from booking an appointment with your guinea pig psychologist, what are you going to do about your guinea pig who's had a nightmare? Maybe you could play some soothing music at night, but if they are making noises, which are probably from pain, anything like that's just going to mask the problem, and it's just going to give you an excuse not to do anything. So that's why I was disheartened, I was upset, I was dumbfounded that if you heard a guinea pig making a whimpering noise, day or night, but especially at night, that you would just say, oh, they're having a bad dream, and that's the end of it. Now, maybe they are. That'd be great, because we all have bad dreams. There's not much you can do about it. If you're constantly having bad dreams, then you got to face your demons. But that's a video for another day on another channel. Incidentally, I did create a channel called Scotty's Dream Journal. You could search for it. Now, I haven't been really adding too many videos to it, but I may continue to add them. If I have a really whopper of a dream, I might continue to add to it. Hit subscribe on that channel, and maybe I will get back to doing videos there. But when it comes to guinea pigs, chances are they're not having a bad dream. They're in pain. One thing that you can do, boys, one thing that I would do is I would take that piggy out while I watch them and see if they're continuing to show signs of pain. But I'd take them out, I put them on a white or light colored towel. I would give them some snacks, give them extra water, and wait for them to pee on that towel and see if it is discolored like red or pink. or any signs of blood, because that could be both a stone or a sign of a urinary tract infection, both of which need treatment and need treatment quickly. And if it's a stone, you really have to assess, especially in boys, how big it is and what you can do about it. Now, in the illness section of my care guide, I talk about a number of common illnesses, and I believe the very first video does talk a little bit about stones. I probably should get around to doing a dedicated stones video if I haven't already. But the main thing is, if you see signs of distress in your piggies in any form, chances are it's biological, it's physiological, it's not emotional. Even Gus, even if Gus was, now it's true, when I'm playing with my other piggies and I'm, or I show, if I'm doing something that is a very social thing with my piggies and Gus can't get to that situation, he will whine and cry, and he makes a very specific kind of noise because he is that social and that diabolical. But if I saw him and nothing was going on and I saw him kind of hunch over and that kind of a whimper, I wouldn't think he's depressed. I wouldn't think that he was sad or having a bad dream. I would think that he's in pain, and I would watch him closely. So that's all I really got to say about that. Let me know in the comments. We talked about kind of a whole bunch of stuff, so let's see if we can take each part of this conversation and let me know. If you know anything about guinea pigs and dreaming, I'd love to hear about it. If you know specifically signs and symptoms of different types of pain, behaviors of different pain and illness, let me know in the comments as well, because it's a resource down there for people. And what sometimes is interesting about these videos is we're talking about one thing, but other kind of sort of related things happen, and that's guinea pig behavior and guinea pig illness. There are often overlapping things. So that's why I think having these conversations about guinea pigs, guinea pig behavior, guinea pig illness, biology, all those things, it helps us level up. And I'll be the first to say, I don't know everything. I want this channel to be a trusted source for guinea pig information, but I'm always continuing to learn. That's one of my favorite parts about volunteering at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue, talking with all of my rescue colleagues in various rescues all across the country and all around the world, reading your emails and comments. That's how we all learn. When someone messages me about sick guinea pig, I say, please follow up and let me know what happens so that we can learn together. All right, I hope you'll do that. And if you like this video, please hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, it makes a huge, huge difference. And I want to grow the channel so that we can help more people, so that we can give our piggies the best life possible. All right, until next time, thanks for watching.